Could Iran be emerging as the new superpower in the Middle East? As we delve into the intricate tapestry of Middle East politics, we're seeing a dynamic shift in power structures. Iran, a country rich in history and culture, is now stepping into the limelight, wielding a new array of formidable military technologies. It's no secret that Iran has been investing heavily in its military capabilities, but what's truly remarkable is the strides they've made in drone technology and hypersonic missiles. These advancements aren't just for show, they're being put to the test in real-world scenarios. The recent drone launch towards Israel serves as a potent demonstration of Iran's technological prowess. Israel Defense Forces spokesperson Daniel Hagari confirmed the launch, sparking fears of a potential regional escalation. The tension is palpable as this airborne threat journeys across the skies, expected to reach Israel after several hours. The drones launched by Iran are not just a handful, but dozens, as reported by CNN political and global affairs analyst Barak Ravid, citing 4 US and Israeli officials. This drone launch isn't an isolated incident, it's a testament to Iran's emerging strength, a clear message to the world that Iran is not a bystander but an active player in the geopolitical chessboard of the Middle East. The implications are far-reaching and could potentially alter the balance of power in the region. But beyond the immediate threat, there's a broader narrative unfolding. Iran is not just flexing its military muscle, it's signaling its readiness to take on a more dominant role in the region. As we watch this narrative unfold, we can't help but ponder. As Iran flexes its technological muscle, it's clear that the balance of power in the Middle East could be on the verge of a significant shift. And it's not just Iran's military prowess that's making headlines. The tides of solidarity are rising in the Middle East, with Iran at the helm. As Iran flexes its military muscles, it's drawing support from other countries in the region, creating an unprecedented show of unity against Israel. This newfound alliance is not born out of thin air. It's a complex tapestry of shared cultural, religious, and political interests. For centuries, the Middle East has been a cradle of civilization, where shared history and common heritage have bound nations together. Now, these deep-seated connections are taking a new form as countries rally behind Iran's stand against Israel. The reasons for this unity are manifold. Perhaps it's the shared sense of injustice at the perceived aggression of Israel. Or maybe it's the common fear of the domino effect, where one nation's fall could trigger a cascade of destabilization across the region. It could even be a shared vision of a Middle East that is self-reliant and free from external intervention. But this unity is not just about shared interests. It's also a strategic move. By presenting a united front, these countries are sending a powerful message to the world. They're saying, "We stand together. We won't be bullied. We are a force to be reckoned with." This newfound solidarity is a potent force. It's transforming the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East, shifting the balance of power. It's a signal to the world that the Middle East is not a fractured region, but a united front ready to protect its interests. But what does this mean for the future? It's too early to tell. But one thing is clear. This show of unity has the potential to reshape the Middle East's geopolitical landscape. It could lead to new alliances, shift power dynamics, and redefine the region's role on the global stage. This show of unity among Middle East countries could be a game-changer in the region's geopolitics. As this new chapter unfolds, the world watches, waiting to see how this solidarity will shape the future of the Middle East. But what exactly does Iran's drone launch mean for the region? In a world already teeming with political and military conflict, Iran's recent drone launch is a significant development that could potentially shift the balance of power in the Middle East. The launch, aimed towards Israel, is a clear demonstration of Iran's growing military capabilities and its willingness to assert its dominance in the region. The Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, have confirmed the launch, sparking fears of a potential escalation in regional tensions. IDF spokesperson Daniel Hagari announced that dozens of drones were launched by Iran, a move that has been viewed with concern by both Israel and its allies. As the drones take to the skies, the world watches with bated breath. The implications of this drone launch are far-reaching. For Israel, this represents a direct threat to its security and sovereignty. For other countries in the region, it's a clear signal of Iran's growing power and the potential risk it poses. But it's not just the immediate region that's affected. The drone launch could also impact global politics and security. If the situation escalates into a wider conflict, it could pull in major world powers, potentially leading to a significant shift in global alliances and strategies. As we delve deeper into the details of the drone launch, we begin to see the intricate web of political, military, and economic implications that it brings. The launch is not just about Iran asserting its power, it's about the delicate balance of power in the Middle East, and how a single event can tip the scales. In a world where military drones and hypersonic missiles are becoming increasingly common, the launch serves as a stark reminder of the potential for technology to be used in ways that could escalate conflicts and disrupt global peace. It's a complex situation with many unknowns, but one thing is clear: Iran's drone launch is more than just a show of force. It's a strategic move that could have serious implications for the region and the world. The drone launch could be a turning point in the Middle East, with repercussions that could extend far beyond the region. Adding fuel to the fire, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has seized a ship linked to Israel. This high-stakes operation was carried out near the Strait of Hormuz, a vital waterway for global trade. The ship, associated with the London-based Zodiac Maritime, was en route from the United Arab Emirates to India when it was commandeered. The company is overseen by Israeli billionaire Eyal Ofer and his family, further intensifying the already strained relations between Iran and Israel. The operation was far from covert. Soldiers were seen rappelling down from a helicopter onto the ship's deck, an audacious display of power by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC. This elite force had suffered a significant loss just earlier, with 7 of its members, including 2 generals, falling victim to an Israeli attack on Iran's consulate in Syria. The seizure of this ship can be seen as a direct response, a way for Iran to assert its control and retaliate against perceived Israeli aggression. The reactions from Israel and other countries have been swift and varied. The Israeli government has yet to release an official statement, but the tension is palpable. For countries dependent on the trade routes passing through the Strait of Hormuz, this incident is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the potential for disruption. The United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations, or UKMTO, has reported that the ship was seized by regional authorities 50 nautical miles northeast of the UAE's Fujairah. The Italian-Swiss shipping group MSC, responsible for all vessel activities, confirmed 25 crew members were on board at the time of seizure. They are now working closely with relevant authorities for their well-being and the safe return of the vessel. This bold move by Iran further raises the stakes in the already tense Middle East. The seizure of the Israeli-linked ship has not only amplified the risk of a maritime conflict, but also the potential for major disruptions to world trade. As the world watches with bated breath, the question remains: will this lead to a further escalation of hostilities, or will diplomacy prevail? And where do other global powers fit into this complex puzzle? Let's dive into that. The Middle East has always been a region of strategic interest for many global powers, including Russia and the United States. With the latest events, their role becomes even more crucial. Russia, with its long-standing alliances in the Middle East, could potentially intervene. The question is, to what extent? Will it be a diplomatic intervention or a military one? On the other hand, the United States, Israel's staunch ally, is already involved. With the increased tensions, the U.S. could further bolster its presence, heightening the risk of a wider conflict. The potential implications of these possible actions are vast. They could lead to a shift in the balance of power, not just in the Middle East, but on a global scale. The geopolitical landscape could be reshaped. The stakes are high, and the actions of these global powers will undoubtedly influence the course of events. As the situation in the Middle East continues to evolve, The actions of these global powers could have far-reaching consequences.